Sonam Wangchuk, Ladakhi engineer, climate activist, education reformer, and the guy who turned ice into freaking stupas to save water in the Himalayas. This man's got more awards than Modi ji's got turbans for each year's Independence Day. So naturally, India should be like, he is a national hero. But nope. Instead of that, he was arrested under the National Security Act. Sonam Wangchuk was out there building solar heated schools and ice sculptures to fight climate change. But then in 2019, Ladakh was made a union territory without a legislature. This was unacceptable. Territories without legislatures cannot make decisions by themselves, like a city without its mayor or council. Local bylaws are made by the central government in Delhi. Imagine your boss micromanaging your whole life from another continent. Something like that. Ladakhis gave this a firm no fam, no political autonomy, no say in their own land, and a fear that their beautiful mountains would be exploited by big corporations. I'm not mentioning any names. Protests have been simmering since 2013. The demands are the same. First, statehood. Let Ladakhis make their own laws. Wild concept, right? Second, the sixth schedule protects the rights of millions of indigenous Indians. Ladakh is 97% indigenous. So why can't Ladakh be included in the sixth schedule too? Third, more seats in parliament, because one measly Lok Sabha seat ain't cutting it, and they demand an extra seat and a Rajya Sabha seat to represent the voice of Ladakh in the national politics. Fourth, job and land protections. Stop making Ladakh into an Airbnb hub. Ladakh is India's high altitude paradise. Snowy peaks, serene monasteries, and beautiful mountains. Since it gained the Union Territory status, it's less Zen retreat and more eco apocalypse. The central government's development spree is bulldozing this fragile Himalayan desert. Tourism's turned Leh into a plastic choked rave with 300,000 visitors, doubling the population and leaving Pangong Lake looking like a landfill. Mining surveys for borax, lithium, and gold are eyeing sacred springs and nomad lands, ready to transform lush grasslands into a barren dystopian lunar set piece. And those shiny solar projects, they are gobbling 61,000 acres of grazing land, evicting nomads and their Pashmina goats to power Haryana's ACs. Because nothing says progress like displacing people who have lived sustainably for centuries. If Ladakh needed an eco superhero, they have Sonam Wangchuk, armed with ice stupas and a PhD in giving no shit. He invented artificial glaciers and solar powered fossil free Semcol campuses. He is considered a local hero and a local icon. For 5 years, Ladakhis have been holding peaceful protests. This September, Wangchuk and others started a hunger strike, a completely Gandhian protest. What was the government's response? Well, we will hold talks in 16 days. 16 frickin' days. Meanwhile, two elderly people, protesters, 62-year-old woman and a 72-year-old man, collapsed during the strike and was rushed to the hospital. The youth was not pleased. They were outraged. And they were whispering, peace is not working. On the 24th of this month, thousands of young Ladakhis hit the streets in Leh. Things got heated, police tried to disperse them, but clashes broke out. Vehicles were burned and a BJP office was in flames. 4 citizens died at the hands of police and over 30 people were injured. The day violence broke out, Sonam Wangchuk held an online press conference. He condemned the violence as a product of pent up frustration from unfulfilled 2020 BJP promises to include Ladakh under the 6th schedule and the ongoing youth unemployment crisis. Wangchuk made it crystal clear that he did not lead the violence, and he called it a failure of peaceful protest and asked for calm talks to resolve the issue. One day later, on 26 September, Sonam Wangchuk was arrested under the National Security Act. Under what some would call a vague and bullshit law, the government can hold him in custody for up to 12 months without formal charges or a trial. Home Affairs claims he incited the mob with provocative statements during his hunger strike. They made unsubstantiated claims that he has links to Pakistan just because he attended a UN climate conference there. This is not the first time Wangchuk has faced such allegations. In 2007, the government declared him anti-national and alleged ties with China. This is probably the most baseless claim. Wangchuk's international works, like giving talks and collaborations, are in India's best interest and have always been. In fact, Wangchuk has been very openly critical about China's actions in Ladakh.
बिल्कुल सहमत नहीं हूं जो चीन के साथ फिर हम दोबारा मिल रहे हैं। ये भरोसे के काबिल हमारे पड़ोसी नहीं हैं। ये हमें पहले भी धोखा दे चुके हैं, आगे भी धोखा देंगे।
They also accused his school Semcol of misusing foreign funds, but no real evidence was found, and Semcol was proven innocent by the court in 2013. Semcol has always been open about their finances with audits and reports showing that all the money was used for educational and cultural projects. Before the arrest, Wangchuk rejected all the charges made against him in connection with the 2025 Ladakh protest.
वो चाहें हमें गिरफ्तार कर सकता है। मैं सोचता हूं कि मेरे जेल में होना देश को ज्यादा जगाएगा मेरे बाहर होने से, क्योंकि देश नज़ारा देखेगा। जो आदमी देश विदेश से भारत के लिए मैग्सेसे से लेके रोलेक्स अवार्ड से लेके टीसीओ पुरस्कार लाता है, 8 तो यूनिवर्सिटीज के ऑनररी डॉक्टरेट्स लाता है, देश का नाम ऊंचा करता है, यहाँ के ज्ञान को निर्यात करता है और चीन जैसे देशों के खिलाफ बायकॉट चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट्स का मुहिम चलाता है, जो आगे ले जाके सरकार भी उसे आगे बढ़ाती है। उसी आदमी को हम आज ऐसे दोषों में जेल डाल रहे हैं। ये नज़ारा जब वो देखेंगे तब वो समझेंगे कि आज देश कैसे चल रहा है।
This guy has more spine than a porcupine. Some people are making memes, some are sharing their stories, some are raising their voices, but the message is the same. India is not silent. People from all over the country are supporting this cause.